think I might have been bullied ever since my first day of school. Like, I'm talking about grade 1 up until grade 12. I remember when I was in primary school, I've always, as well as in high school, I've always been bullied about being very skinny. I was a skinny child and I've always been bullied. I remember walking by a group of girls and I heard one of them saying, it's better to be short and skinny than tall and skinny. And I'm a tall girl, and I knew they were talking about me, but I didn't pay any mind to them because I just got used to people having a problem with me being skinny. Can you imagine that? And yeah, after high school, I gained a bit of weight, and now that seems to be a problem to people. It's funny, hey? It's very funny. I remember not so long ago, it happened this year that 2 ladies laughed about how thick I am, how fat I am, and one of them said, imagine being fat and tall, how weird that look is, she said. And I just laughed, and it reminded me of like in high school when those girls were making fun of me being skinny and tall. Now I'm being made fun of for being fat and tall.
Sanibonani wabukele emakhaya. It's finally happening. We are bringing you the hottest eye-opening teen show in South Africa. Insightful interviews, shocking confessions, groundbreaking conflicts like you've never seen it before. Mina ngegama nguSihle Mbatha S1 and I am your host. I am with my guest, uOmphile. Thank you guys for joining us today. I am also very excited to be here. Today we will be talking about a serious issue, which is bullying. Bullying is everywhere. It's at school, work, home, just that teenagers take it in a different way. We can keep quiet for a while, not report it, and end up taking it out on others. But in you guys, so ninaman yini bullying?
Well, in my understanding, bullying is a force of hurtful abuse towards one. It could be threatening, it could be teasing, it could be physical by abuse, which could lead to suicide. Remember the story was circulating in the internet about that school child who committed suicide?
I do, hey? I do. She even wrote a letter apologizing to the bullies. So bullies basically make you feel like you don't belong.
Yeah.
Like you did something wrong.
Yo, that was so sad. I cannot imagine what she was going through that she even committed suicide.
And you told me before we started shooting that it got to a point where it was physical. How did you feel when you beat that person up?
I felt guilty because I felt like what I did was wrong. I shouldn't have done that. But the bullying led me to a point where it built anger inside of me. And from there, when I get home, I realized that they had made me a meme. I told my parents, they told the principal, and we had a parents' meeting. Even though they reprimanded us, but still the bully hadn't stopped. So even today, I still deal with the bullying issue, but I don't take it to head anymore. Because if I were to take it to head, it would build anger, more and more anger inside of me. So I decided to let it go and let the bully be what they are.
Yeah, you know, nami ngile ngabhudlishwa. Kuphi? Esikoleni, like, people would bully me, you know, and I would always be that girl who's crying in the corner. But it got to a point where abafana, like boys, would beat me up just to impress the class. But I was tired of being the girl in the corner, and I also got physical. I beat them up. It got to a point where we were all almost suspended. the boys and I. You know, the boy threw chairs at me and everything. It was really, yeah. If teachers did not come to stop the fight, something bad would have happened that day. But that's the day I decided, Uguti, I'm not gonna be the girl in the corner crying, but I'm also not gonna be the fighter that they're trying to get out of me. You know?
Yeah.
I'm just gonna stand for myself. I'm just gonna stand up for myself. I'm not gonna cry. I'm not gonna fight. Just do it right. Uguti, to avoid problems with the teachers and all of that.
And what did the school do about this?
We've been reporting. We reported and we reported, but nothing was done. Nothing was done about the bullies. Yeah. Except I would always get in trouble because they would always find a way to turn the story and blame me.
Oh, that is so very sad.
Yeah. And if you're faced with this situation, Ekaya, don't be scared to seek help. It was not your fault. Talk to an adult. Talk to just someone you trust in the community. And yeah, I'm pretty sure they will help you. So let's just see ukuthi abantu abadala bathini ngalolu daba.
Sanibonani, igama lami nginokuthola Espanyoni, also known as Chef Boots. So I'm here to talk about what I think about bullying. So my view about bullying is that people who want to make you suffer to make themselves feel better, for me, they are weak, okay? And abantu abayenza izinto ezinjalo, they project a lot. Sometimes I would think, okay, maybe because we come from different families, right? And we have all endured like a lot of trauma and an end, you understand? So I feel like they project a lot from their past traumas. It could be childhood or how they were raised as children growing up, you know, because I doubt umuntu would wake up in the morning and want to hurt the other person. Get what I'm saying? For me, it's like it's a sickness. They need to be helped as much as need to be taught how to treat the next person. And that's why we come in like different families. So emakaya, we need to be taught how to treat other children. We need to be taught how to treat other people. And this is why it's happening a lot in high schools, primary schools, because siphume emakhaya ahlukahlukene, and we are not taught sometimes how to treat other people. This is why we'll do whatever we do, or maybe the way you were raised ekhaya, it makes you project and hurt other people because that's how you were raised. Sometimes I don't really blame a bully because of what they're doing. Sometimes it's just that it's a sickness. They need to be healed. That needs to be healed. That's just how I see things. But it's a really like important issue to talk about. We really need to look into it, and sifundisane as people ukuthi you can't hurt another person to make yourself feel better. We need healing ourselves. So bully, they need healing themselves so that they cannot project to other people about how they feel. So yeah, that's my point. I don't know if I make sense, but that's my point, and that's how I feel or how I see things. Yeah, thank you.
Hey everyone, I am Claude Rousseau, actor and screenwriter, and I was asked my advice and opinion on bullies. So my opinion on a bully is a bully bullies to release her or his own self-esteem or insecurity issues. They'll constantly bully anyone just to blow off some steam. They think it's right to release all of this onto innocent people. Mostly, I also think it's because they've been broken down as either children or adults. If this is not stopped, basically it leads to an endless destruction of very bad emotional thought patterns and issues, and it kind of leads to suicidal thoughts or horrific acts.
Good morning. My name is Sihle Mbatha. Bullying is when you are being intimidated or harmed in any way, usually by your peers. So an example would be them shoving you, pushing you, making fun of you, usually in front of a crowd, or taking stuff from you, whether money or your food or your clothes, etc. The advice I have for those who are being bullied is that you need to find your voice. You need to find your confidence. That is the best way to overcome bullying, because usually bullies pick on situations whereby they know that it's very hard for you to stand up for yourself, either because you're a shy person or you're somebody who just allows people to walk all over them like you're too nice, or it's because sometimes it has some truth to it. So maybe you're being bullied because you're too skinny, or you're too big, or you are too tall, too short, too dark, too light, maybe have a skin condition, or whatever the case may be.
My name is Natasha Niels, and what I do for a living is I'm an estate agent and I'm a beautician. I love hair and nails, my passion. So what I would like to touch on is bullying. Bullying, I feel that, kids that do it or adults that do it, I feel like they've got a low self-esteem, because you can't want to just take out your frustrations on people that you feel they are weak or they can't stand up for themselves, So I feel like most people are probably coming from a problem home, where the parents are always fighting, and then they just do that and feel like it's normal because they can see it at home, or fights, or
Good day. My name is Donano Michelle Malamule. I'm here today to talk about bullying. What is bullying? Bullying is when someone misuses their power against another person by hurting them, threatening them, physically harming them, and much more. Bullying mostly occurs in schools. Did you know that in the world, South Africa is rated second for cyberbullying? Bullying causes a lot of harm for the society and the community, and also schools. Majority of the time, when a child is being bullied at school, it's either they start withdrawing their emotion and their physical well-being away from school and their family, start hiding themselves in the rooms, crying because they feel powerless. Some end up even committing suicide, whereby parents don't know, and also teachers are not aware of such behavior. When a child starts distancing themselves, acting weird, disengaging in the family or also in schools, that's when you know that a child is crying out for help. When you're in such a situation, a child's supposed to first go to their teacher to report the situation. If the teacher doesn't take action, the child must also report and tell their family members or guardians for support. Bullying is nothing lightly. Did you know that 58% of South African kids are now committing suicide because of cyberbullying? It takes a lot. It takes self-esteem, self-control. A person feels powerless. And imagine going to a school every morning to a place where you are scared and have a lot of fear of what's going to happen to you next. Some people might take it as bullying, as being playful, making fun or jokes about somebody else.
Welcome back, Babugile Makaya. If you just joined us, we welcome you. We were just talking about bullying and our understanding of the topic. So what advice do you have for Ababugile Makaya who are going through bullying?
Well, basically, my advice to the victims, I would say they should seek help. Find somebody they trust and speak up about the issue they are facing. Well, I know it's not easy. It took me time to open up about this, and I didn't realize how much it had damaged me inside. So not saying anything is not good.
My advice to the bullies is that they should stop what they're doing because they never know what the other person might be going through.
I feel like we should touch base on why the bullies are bullying. It might come from a deeper place.
Yeah, some may have been bullied and now they're avoiding it, or some just want friends. Some maybe you tell what content ekhaya.
Yeah.
Mara instead of khuluma ngayo nomuntu uyikhiphela komunye umuntu.
True.
That's why everybody should treat one another with kindness because you never know how the other person will receive what you're doing to them.
Yeah, so true. And back to what Sihle said, I can relate a lot. Some people bully because they have been bullied, and I found myself in that situation once where I was controlling other kids, and it was in my transport. So my aunt is the transport driver, so I felt this power over the other kids, so I tried to control them. So yeah, guys, we need to look into this matter. It's really an issue.
Yeah, because even what you say to someone, like some people may not take it to heart, but mostly people you're not close with, they don't really get the joke.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, there's things you can joke with, there's things you can't.
Yeah.
And there's a way people take things, you know?
Be careful with the things you say.
Well, mabukele makhaya, nizwele, ukuthi bullies may bully because it comes from a deeper place, eh? Bazali, I advise you all to notice the changes in your children's behavior because you not noticing is just sending them off deeper and deeper. Yeah. Let's hear what Omunye Ntombala has to say ngalolu daba.
My advice to stop it from my point of view is never become the bully who bullies others when being bullied. Try and walk away. If you cannot walk away, try and report it. But never be the one person who would break others down just because you've been broken down in life. So that's my advice and my opinion. I hope it helps you a bit.
So for those that's getting bullied, I would just suggest that you try to avoid them, but I know you can't run away from forever, from the situation, but just try and man up. You must value yourself, you must have self-respect. So I feel like you must just man up and just try and stand up for yourself. I know it's not easy, but being bullied as well is not a very nice thing to do. It's very cruel and immoral. So I just feel like if you're going through this, seek help with the bully, and the person is getting bullied, I'm telling you today to act up, stand up for yourself. Life is too short and you need to enjoy your life and be happy.
So don't allow them to pick on you. Find your voice, find your confidence, and embrace your imperfections, so that next time they pick on you about something, you're able to speak up for yourself and tell them no, or whatever they say to you, it does not affect you too badly.
As hard as it is, it's difficult to not let certain comments or certain acts that are directed towards you to disturb you, to just affect you negatively. It's difficult to not let it affect you negatively. But it's important to stay positive. Pray for yourself, pray for your mental health, pray for your physical health, because many people aren't just being bullied with words, they are physically being attacked. So if that happens, do something about it. Don't be afraid, be confident, stand up for yourself. And if the bully just keeps going on and on, just find someone to talk to. If it's in school, talk to the principal or a teacher that you like, your favorite teacher maybe. talk to them and tell them about this bully.
All of us were going through a lot. We need to unite, work together, and help each other. When someone bullies you, please do report it to your guardian or to your teacher. And also, the person who's doing the bullying needs to be in a therapy session to find out what's the real reason behind it. Remember, bullying is about taking power from the next person. And nobody wants to feel powerless or emotionless or hopeless. We need to start talking about it, taking it serious. It is very painful, especially for a guardian, to find out that your child is being bullied. It takes a toll on the child, not wanting to go to school, not wanting to engage into anything. And that might also lead to drug abuse, to make them feel good, to make them feel wanted. Bullying is a very serious matter in this country, and we seriously need to take it serious, especially cyberbullying, where someone will go to the internet, social media, social platforms where they make fun of other people. Yeah, it's funny, but does your funny have to lead someone to the grave? Have you ever put yourself in their shoes, how they feel? It's not nice not being wanted. It's not nice feeling powerless. And especially when someone cries and we have no knowledge of it. Let's protect each other. When your schoolmate is being bullied, help them, stand up for them. And also report it so that it can be stopped immediately before it's too late. We've been losing a lot of kids, a lot of children, a lot of learners without knowing. So can you please speak about it? If you need help, seek for help. There is help. But bullying needs to be stopped. And it starts by us, by making sure we communicate, and we also make sure that we help our kids and we listen to them. And please monitor their behavior, because their behavior will tell you that there's something going on. We need to help each other, hold each other's hand.
Nani nizwele ukuthi abo-teacher bayibona kanjani lo daba lolu bullying. Well, we all learned something new today, and hopefully we educated ababukeli emakhaya. Catch us on all our social media platforms, go TeenShow Sihle Mbatha. I'd like to say thank you to my guests for joining me today. And thank you to the viewers at home for watching. See you next week, same time, same place. Peace.
When your schoolmate is being bullied, help them, stand up for them. And also report it so that it can be stopped immediately before it's too late.
Stand up for yourself here. I have to say something, because bullying gets to a person. It gets to you mentally, and that's why people end up killing themselves. Don't let that lead to you killing yourself.
If you need help, seek for help. There is help. But bullying needs to be stopped. And it starts by us, by making sure we communicate, and we also make sure that we help our kids and we listen to them, and please monitor their behavior. We cannot just leave it to the teachers to look after the kids. Also us as the guardians, as the parents, we need to do and play our part.
What you might find as a joke, someone else might find as suicidal.